So I want to show you an example that I've used in my professional life recently. I do a lot of work in healthcare. I live in Nashville. There's a lot of healthcare there. And in every arena, you can tailor your message to hit your audience better. All right, so this is the general health recommendation for adults and exercise. We should engage in moderate exercise, 30 minutes or more, 5 times a week. Was anybody in this room unaware of that general idea? Maybe you didn't know the exact numbers, but everybody here knows that we have to exercise several times a week to be healthy, right? Okay. How many of you are doing this? Don't be embarrassed. I'm not. I can't raise my hand. Okay. About a third or quarter. That's what happens. I've asked this question several times in several parts of the country. That's always the answer. All right? Knowing isn't enough. We all have this information, and it is not enough to make us do the thing that will probably make us live longer. I mean, it's important information. Knowing it isn't enough. All right. So this was our challenge on this project we were working on. How did we make this information more actionable for the customer? All right, so we changed one word to start with. One word. You should engage in moderate exercise for 30 minutes or more, at least 5 times a week. Well, it got way more personal, didn't it? It got a little judgy. I'm not a fan of judgy when it comes to people talking to me about my health, but maybe we're onto something. Okay, so we changed it again. For many people, taking a 30-minute walk is an easy way to get your exercise. Oh my gosh, nobody's getting off the sofa after they read this. It's really friendly, but we backed way too far off, right? Okay, we changed it again. Take a 30-minute walk 5 days this week. All right, that is better, actually. That's better. It's very concrete. It's very effective. But I will tell you, if I'm not walking today, this still seems like a pipe dream to me. Holy cow, where am I going to find that time? I don't have time to do that. All right. This is urgent. This is actionable. I might even be able to do it. All right, just today. We're just asking me to do one thing today. I would still say, though, this is pretty aspirational to most of my audience. I should do that. What a great idea. Awesome. All right, this is different. This is really different because I have asked my audience for a commitment. When will you do this? I didn't even ask them, would they? I know the answer if I ask, would you? I just asked when. I made the assumption that they were going to. Now, you can tell me, and you wouldn't be wrong, that just because I fill in that blank and say I'm going to do it at lunchtime does not mean I'm going to take a walk, and you'd be absolutely right. However, my reading this content affects my brain in a different way than reading that. I have made a commitment to myself. I know now I could do that at lunch. I've got 30 minutes. Now I'm going to feel a little bad if I don't take that walk at lunch. And that still may not be enough to get me to take the walk, but I have begun to think about it in a more active way. That makes a big difference. This kind of thing you can do with any kind of content. It's not always about asking for a commitment. Sometimes it is. But you've got to think about, where is your audience? What do they expect from you? What do you want from them? And how do you tailor that content to hit them right at that point where they're ready to make the right decision?